Hello everyone, this is Professor Deepika M of Electrical and Electronics Department of Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. So in the today's class, we are going to study about again the smart grid, that is the module 1 regarding the smart grid. In today's class, actually we are studying about the 5 key aspects of the smart grid development and deployment. So here you can see the below figure will give you the idea about the 5 key aspects of smart grid development and deployment, like how to develop and how to implement the smart grid and what are the areas we need to include or what are the things we have to concentrate about. So that thing we are going to study about now. So the first thing we require is the power system enhancement. So the power system enhancement is something like this, that is the policymakers assume that the greatly expanded use of renewable energy resources in the United States will help to offset the impacts of carbon dioxide emission from the thermal combustion of the fossil fuel energy. Like in the like we are studying about the US smart grid thing. So wherein we can generate the power from the thermal method, or like by burning of fossil fuels, we can generate the more and more power. But it actually impact the environment, like it actually increases, it actually emits more and more carbon dioxide, and hence the global warming may takes place. So therefore we have to shift the power system dependency towards the natural renewable energy resources rather than the fossil fuels. So that is nothing but the power system enhancement. So the power system enhancement means usually from the fossil fuel, if we burn the fossil fuel, more and more carbon dioxide will be generated. So therefore we have to eliminate those carbon dioxide content. How do we reduce or how do we eliminate the carbon dioxide content means by shifting the power system towards the renewable energy resources like hydro energy, and we have a solar energy, we have wind energy. So if we shift towards that, we can generate more and more power. So the next thing is about the communication standards. So the communication standards means what? The name itself tells us that the communication which are required, because to build a smart grid, the communication plays a very important role. And we have already discussed that in a smart grid, there will be a two-way communication. So when we supposed to have a two-way communication, so therefore the communication plays a very important role. So therefore some automations are required in this record, that is in the communication system, and we have to develop new and updated algorithm so that we can build a good communication, and that should be a standard one. That means what? That should be a standard to everywhere in the country. So that is nothing but the communication and standard. So next we have the computational intelligence. So the computational intelligence is nothing but what? We have to develop the analytical tools. Like we have to develop the advanced analytical tool which optimize the bulk power network. So the smart grid means it is basically a bulk power network. So we have to optimize that bulk power network by implementing the advanced analytical tools. So this toolbox actually it includes the heuristic and the evolution programming and decision support tools and the adaptive optimization techniques. So these things will be involved in the computational intelligence. So next we have the environment and economics. So in this regard, we have to actually know the difference between the present power grid and the smart grid. Like when we get to know the difference between the smart grid and the present existing grid, so that we can say which is actually impacting more to the environment, so that we will getting a clear idea, so that we can decide which type of grid we can implement in the future. So therefore and it also the advanced smart grid what we are implementing, it include the enhanced generation and the transmission with the tools to allow minimization of system vulnerability, resiliency, reliability, adequacy, and power quality. So these things will be things can be included in the environment and the economics. So the environment and economics is nothing but what? So what is actually the impact which is causing by the present existing grid and the smart grid. So this thing we have to do a research, and when we get to know that, we can implement the we can actually generate the power with the eco-friendly natural resources, and we can also enhance the generation and the transmission limit with a minimum losses, and also we can improve the efficiency, and also we can improve the reliability of the system. So therefore it increases the economy of the country. So next thing is the test bed. So the test bed is something like this. It is the training tools and the capacity development to manage and operate the grids, and hence create the new job opportunity, is a part of this desired goals of the smart grid evolution, which will be tested using a test bed. So the test bed is something like this, that is before we implement any design or anything, so we will be just testing in a test bed. That means what? By testing in a test bed, we will getting a clear idea about the smart grid. That is, if we implement this in a nearby future, is it actually useful to environment, or is it economically good? So that thing we supposed to know. So that thing will be tested in a test bed, and it also include the training tools and the capacity development. So it provides the training to the youngsters, and also improve the capacity development, so that so that it provides a more and more job opportunity to the youngster. So these are the some of the 5 key aspects regarding the smart grid development and deployment. So you can have a look over here. So these 5 main things are the important for the development of the smart grid. That is power system enhancement. So in the power system enhancement, we are generating the power by eco-friendly natural resources, rather than the thermal power station. So wherein we actually burn the fossil fuel, so that liberates a more and more carbon dioxide to the environment. So therefore that should be reduced, and we also has to increase the transmission and generation capability. So that we'll discuss in the power system enhancement. So coming to communication standards, so in the communication standard, we have to implement the advanced communication tools, so that we can have a good communication in the smart grid. And coming to computational intelligence, so we have to develop the advanced analytical tools for optimizing the bulk power network. So that actually include the heuristic tools, and also it includes the evolution programming, decision support tools, and adaptive optimization techniques. So next is about the environment and economics. So we have to do a survey, or we have to do a report that is a report with respect to what is actually the environmental impact by the present grid and the smart grid. So and we should include the eco-friendly natural resources to generate the more and more power. So therefore we can improve the reliability, efficiency of the system. So coming to a test bed, so in the test bed, we are going to test the design of the smart grid, or it provides the training, and the capacity development to the youngsters, so that it provides the job opportunity to the youngsters. So that is about the 5 key aspects of the smart grid development and the deployment. Okay. So next we have the explanation will be given over here, so you can have a look. And so next we have the stakeholders roles and function. So coming to a stakeholder roles and function, so the stakeholders are nothing but they are the part and participle of the smart grid. So that means what? These stakeholders will range from utility and energy producers to a consumer. So it includes the utility, energy producers, consumers, policymakers, technology providers, and the researchers. So all these members will contribute to our stakeholders. So an important part of realization of smart grid is complete buy-in or involvement of all stakeholders. So the benefit of development, the benefit of smart grid development to stakeholders means it reduces the energy prices, and it reduces the dependency on the foreign oil, and it increases the efficiency and reliability of the power supply. So if we include the stakeholders in the system, so it just decentralizes the system. So when the system is decentralized, we can actually reduces the energy, it actually reduces the dependency on the foreign oil, it increases the efficiency and reliability of the power supply. So you can see here, let us discuss about the who are the stakeholders in the smart grid and what are the function they are going to do. So first one is utilities. So the utilities are nothing but what? The utilities are nothing but they are the institution, or we can say they are the company which are responsible for generation of power, transmitting the power and distributing the power to a consumer end. So that they contribute the utility. So the utilities main function in the stakeholders of smart grids are like they are responsible for installation and implementation of a power grid technologies. So the installation and the implementation of power grid technologies. So as we are developing a smart grid, so therefore in the smart grid we have to install the so many power grid technologies, that is the advanced power grid technologies, and we also has to install and implement. So the utilities are responsible for installing and implementing of the power grid technologies. So next we have the policy makers. So these policy makers are responsible for establishment of standards for operation, monitoring, interoperability, etc. That means what? These policy makers means they are going to make the policy or the standard rules. So these standard set of rules will be done by the policy makers. So when the policy makers when they design a certain set of rules, so these set of rules or standards will be same at everywhere in the smart grid, right? Like if we take a one country, so in the country if we are developing a smart grid, so at every place the standards of operation or standard set of rules will be same everywhere. So therefore these policy makers are responsible for establishment of standards for operation, monitoring and interoperability, etc. So next we have the technology providers. So these technology providers are responsible for development of smart grid technologies for smart grid and for grid enhancement. So like these technology providers may be the research institutions or the universities or the companies. So they are going to develop the smart grid technologies for the smart grid enhancement. So the smart grid enhancement means we can able to generate more power with a minimum loss, with a minimum transmission loss, or with improved reliability. So therefore these technology providers are responsible for development of smart grid technology for grid enhancement. So next we have a researchers. So these researchers are responsible for development of tools and technologies for the smart grid. So like if you want to develop a smart grid, we require the tools as well as we require the technology. So the development of tools and the technologies will be done by the researchers. So next we have a consumers. So the consumers input and participation and consumer buy-in, etc. are involved. Like the consumers means the one who consumes the electrical power. So therefore from the consumer end, what are the input or what are the feedback is generated, so that should also be collected in the smart grid. So therefore the consumer in the coming to a consumer, so they are responsible for giving their feedback or input to the utility center, and they have to participate in the power system procedure, and also they should buy the power, and they have to save the power. So therefore you can observe here, so all these members are responsible for developing a smart grid. So all these members we call it as a stakeholders. So the stakeholders are responsible for the development of the smart grid. So who are required over here? So we require the utilities. So the utilities are responsible for installation and implementation of smart grid technology. And next we have a policy makers. policy makers. So they are responsible for establishment of standards for operation, monitoring and interoperability, etc. So next we have the technology providers. So they are responsible for development of smart grid technologies for the grid enhancement. So coming to a researcher, so they're responsible for development of tools and technologies for the smart grid. And consumers, so they are responsible for giving their feedback or input to the utility center, and they have to participate in the power system procedure, and also they should buy the power, and they also should save the power. So these are the stakeholders and their functions. Okay. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you.